Thank you very much, colleagues, members of the press. Thank you for coming through on the occasion where the Secretary General of the ANC leads a delegation to the family of one of our own, Comrade Uhuru Moila, a long-standing veteran of the organization. The SG will reflect on what he conversed about with the family. Now I'd like to hand over to you, SG.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mahlengi, and to ladies and gentlemen of the media. We have just conveyed the message of condolences to the family of Dikgang Uhuru Moila. When I say Muhurutse, is because Comrade Uhuru come from the royal family, and his status in terms of the royal family, of which a member of the family is here, and from also the royal family, members of the family are here. He was a prince in terms of his status, and he'll be buried amongst his people in the land of Bahurutse in Dinukana, in northwest. Were well received by the family, together with the regional chairperson of the ANC in the West Rand and the regional secretary and members of the provincial task team are here as well, and the youth league and members of Umkhonto Wesizwe and members of the ANC in general. As you can see, the street, the place is a buzz with members of the ANC. Because in Comrade Uhuru, we have lost a great leader. We have lost a principled leader. We have lost a champion of ANC renewal. We have lost a revolutionary to the end. In Comrade Uhuru, we have lost an organic intellectual of our movement. In Comrade Uhuru, to sum it up, we have lost a loyalist. Comrade Uhuru was a loyalist of the ANC, loyalist to the end. When we work on rebuilding the ANC in the province of Gauteng, we gave him a task to lead organizing of the ANC. It's a special skill in our movement and our organization, in particular the African National Congress, to lead the task of organizing our people. And we gave him that task in the provincial task team because we knew his skills, his abilities, Comrade Uhuru, and many cadres in the ANC and all of us, we knew him as a straight talker. Comrade Uhuru was a no-nonsense individual, and he was not, taken away by material things. Even when it meant that he can lose a position in government, becoming a minister, becoming an MEC. He was one of our MECs in the provincial government as an MEC of housing. But he lost that position. But he did not go around moaning, griping about the position. He focused on the task to the end. When we called him from the ground to come and serve in the PTT, he was doing his thing and working for himself. But he came on board to serve our movement. So that sums it up, that he was a loyalist of our movement, and he did not attach that to material gain in the true sense of it. When we patronize people, we talk about them, we exaggerate things about them. All the things I've uttered about Uhuru can be said by other leaders of the ANC and the membership. For that was his life, even his family, and so on. And today we're educated about his royalty, tracing the tree of Bahurutse and giving the task to the family to do that work. He was at the center of that work, and he was held in high regard given his roots in the family. So I was saying to comrades which they are not aware, to strike a personal note, that I also come from royalty, where I come from, like Uhuru. And most of them are not aware, like the regional chairperson. So I understand the royalty from what Comrade Uhuru have become in terms of Bauruti, and the fact that he's going to be buried among them. That is of great significance to the three of the Bauruti family, and even to them we say condolences. We are not alone in this time of bereavement as the ANC. We have lost a cadre, we have lost a shop steward of our people, we have lost a soldier, foot soldier of the African National Congress. We have lost a straight talker, we have lost a freedom fighter. Uhuru, when Oliver Tambo said render the country ungovernable, he was there. He experienced the brutality of the enemy. And when we were called upon to serve our people in different capacities in government, he was there. So, he remained loyal to our movement through its values. He was a champion indeed of renewal of our movement, and we are happy to have come to the family to express our condolences. And this message comes from the ANC across the length and breadth of our country, and to the Moila and Li Morafi Wabahurut, that we came to express our condolences. Many leaders of the ANC will come here. We have been informed by the family that the funeral will take place on Saturday.
Yes.
On Saturday in Dinugana, and we will work with the family to ensure that the funeral reflect who Uhuru was. The region, working with the province and the family, will have a memorial service on Wednesday. Where?
In Chief Mukhale.
Yeah, in Chief Mukhale. The memorial service will take place here, so we'll work hand in hand with the family and all of that. The Deputy President of the ANC will be here as well tomorrow, and many other leaders. The National Chairperson and other leaders of the ANC will come by also, and many other leaders have been here already in terms of the province, because Uhuru was part of our provincial task team, which is equal to a PC. So we are happy that our members have come out in numbers to reflect the life and times of Uhuru, which is a life to be celebrated, worth to be celebrated by the ANC, but an education to the young of who this cadre was. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, SG. I'm going to take a few questions. Can I see takers? SABC, and then followed by you, Mrs.
SG, thank you very much for your time. We know that at the NEC in August, the ANC resolved to consult with parties outside of the GNU with a view of a possible expansion. Could we find out where things stand currently, what progress has been made, and if you're at liberty to say which parties the ANC has engaged with?
We are focused now on the National General Council preparations. We have had successful general meetings this past weekend. We are going to this weekend as well to focus on meeting with all the regional executive committees and RTTs throughout the length and breadth of our country to conscientize them on the biggest political school of the ANC that will take place at the end of the year. So we are focused on the task of renewal and rebuilding of the ANC. Root and branch, we are rebuilding the ANC and not kowtowing on what other political parties seek to do, but work on what the ANC want to achieve and what the ANC want to do for the people of South Africa. As we reflect on the life and times of Uhuru, his eldest son talked to me inside and said, keep the momentum going, because SG, you know what my father stood for. he stood for our people, and keep the momentum going and don't disappoint him. And we take leave from that because we know who Uhuru was. And GNU is GNU. It's always on our agenda. So I said to you that we will engage about the GNU in the next 2-3 weeks, resetting the pattern, work with all political parties in the GNU, and going forward to ensure that the GNU becomes stronger. And but most importantly, the ANC must be stronger. And the reflection on this work of renewal, of ensuring that we imbue our members with consciousness and political education as we prepare for the biggest political school is key. We are now refurbishing the ANC and make it work. We've got the regional general councils, regional general meetings, we've got the regional conferences that are taking place. Here in Gauteng, we've got a mammoth of task of rebuilding the ANC, and Uhuru was at the center of that. And so we take leave from the work that has been started here in rebuilding the ANC going forward and ensuring that the ANC becomes stronger. The people are not interested in our squabbles. They want the ANC that is functioning, that is working for them to deliver. We'll have the biggest roll call of all our councillors in the next 2 weeks. The ANC will have a special meeting focusing on local government. And I know that most of you like to say meetings are talk shops. The local government meeting that is coming, that will culminate into a roll call, is an action-oriented meeting that says, ANC, what is expected of you to do at local government level? Government, what is expected of you to do? And we will convey that message to our councillors in terms of what is expected. You don't do what is expected of you by the ANC, there will be consequences. And that message will be conveyed, will be monitored on daily basis in terms of the work that is expected of our public representatives, whether in operating within the coalition governments or on our own, where we govern and govern on our own. We will be expected to do what it is right for the people of South Africa. So GNU and all of those tasks are on our agenda going forward as the African National Congress. Thank you very much.
2 questions from my side is Chisbahle from SABC News. Just this past weekend, we saw the SACP hold its Central Executive Committee, and in a way, the ANC was dared to expel any members who have dual membership. I mean, what do you make of these comments from the SACP?
Sorry, what did they say?
They were daring the ANC, to expel any member who has dual membership. And secondly, I mean, what will happen with SACP members who hold dual membership? Can we perhaps even see an amendment of the ANC constitution on this matter?
I'm not going to comment about that, and nobody will be expected to comment after what I'm going to say to you right now. That we are engaged with the question of the Communist Party. We have reflected at the theoretical level what are the implications of this disastrous and monumental disastrous decision of the party for the alliance. We have reflected on that, and we have said as the ANC we are against that. But it looks like there's no turning back. Now, the ANC have got to apply itself on the practicalities of how we are going to navigate that space. And the marching orders will come in terms of what is going to happen. So we don't expect commentators and those who think that they know theory better to tell us what needs to happen in between this period and what needs to happen after we have met with the Communist Party and finalize what we need to do. But it is very clear that the party is determined about its decision to move forward. At an ideological and theoretical level, there is no basis for this. We have made up our mind about that, and we'll share that perspective with our membership as we interact with them going forward. In the next coming week, we'll share that perspective, why we say that there is no theoretical basis for the Communist Party to stand on its own. and the implications for the alliance are dire. That is going to weaken us, it's not going to strengthen us. So if you are in the National Democratic Revolution and you accept that the democratic revolution is led by the ANC, and the party is a vanguard of the working class and is leading socialism, why do you contest an election? Unless you say to us you contest for socialism. But socialism will be realized through the NDR. Where did it break loose? Why state power when the power is contested through the ANC? And if the question of that is insufficient, it is then being reformed in the form of reconfiguration. So what is the fundamental issue? It doesn't come out clear as to what it is. So as the ANC, we have said that we are now have reached a stage of how do we deal with this monumental, disastrous decision that has visited the alliance at this present moment. We are not in favor, we are not in agreement, because that decision is not going to strengthen us. It's just going to attract opportunists and many other forces that seeks to derail the NDR. It's not either going to sustain or strengthen the Communist Party's agenda of socialism. It's not. And the Communist Party, to us, how we have understood it over the years, it has not been a Communist Party of numbers. Whether they get 70 votes elsewhere, the Communist Party to us has been a Communist Party as a vanguard working class that function and operates with an acceptance of the ANC as a vanguard liberation movement. And the party have accepted that particular role, not to contest the NDR with the ANC. And the party have always imbued the ANC with consciousness and everything. The best cadres in the ANC over the years and decades of struggle came from the party. When you see a comrade who works hard, who's got theoretical clarity, ideological clarity, without saying he's a communist, you knew that that one should be coming from the party. Now, if the party leaves that gap and that space, it will be occupied in the ANC. It's not a question of whether the ANC expel, but the resolution itself is bringing into question duality, questioning of membership duality of the ANC. It's not a question of threatening people or ANC saying to people, because you've got dual membership, go. It's a decision that in its implication means that if you stand as a ward councillor in a ward, you stand as an identical opposite to the ANC. It brings into question duality. You are a party, you are contesting the same ward we are contesting. And when I go and speak to the people, what am I going to say? You are nice. Or the party is going to say we are nice. It's going to attack the ANC. And for them to gain votes, they must attack the ANC. And for the ANC to gain votes, it will defend what it is right. So who brought about the question of duality in the context of this decision? It is the party. And the ANC will examine that fully. Because now we can no longer share the same things we used to do. Election strategy, coming together, planning together, undermining our enemies and moving together as a bloc to fight for the consolidation of the NDR. We will no longer move like that. And the pact will only apply post-election, which is a popular front. It can only apply post-election when now you have contested election. Iqokelela amanani kugqityiwe abantu bavotile nithi hey sondela ngapha ufuna ubumeya ufuna ntoni le nto sikuyo ngoku lo ncip uyabona umeya wami apha kuncip uyabona umgalelano uyabona asifuna imgalelano apha sifuna uphatha sikhulule izwe lakuthi le nto yencip ayisincedi nganix sibuyele emva. That's what it is. Today we must ask power from others to advance the budget. We were not in that position before. Today sifumana sijongene no zile kawucinge nje into besingayicinga ngebomini bethu asifuni lonto. I-Communist Party mayiphume kulonto kuyo ibuye emgceni silwela inkululeko yabantu bakuthi apha lento bayenzayo yozimela geqe ayizuqinisa lento sikuyo ye-alliance. Instead it will weaken it. We keep preaching that. Nobody celebrates that. We don't want it. So in the ANC we say amaqabani nangagcwele apha alindile ukuthi kuyiwapi. Kuzawufuneka uphumile ke ngokumkhombandlela ukuthi maqabani chithani lo nkuku. Chithani lo manzi akho nkuku izawuxhelwa. Ingathi izawuxhelwa le nkuku this time around. La manzi kuzawufuneka ame because le nkuku kuzawufuneka ixheliwe. Ngoba ngoku i-Communist Party iqinile ithi no izimela geqe and that is it. So lonto le izawuweakenisha i-alliance. Ilonto ke thina singayifuniyo. But ke sawufuneka sinikeze umkhombandlela ukuthi esi sigqibo sithathiweyo sizawuphuma njani kulonto. Singumbutho sidibene nawo amakomanisi asixelele ukuthi sizawuphuma njani kule ngxubakaxaka basifaka kuyo yokuzimela geqe. Sikwazi uvana ngalonto. Singathethi kwimedia sigqithana ingathi siyacula estagini singu-KC and Jojo. Masithethe sijongene ngqo emehlweni. So sinayo outstanding alliance meeting ekuzawufuneka sijongane emehlweni ukuthi sizawuphuma kanjani ke kulento. Siyayivakele yokuthi i-ANC zigxotha abantu asigxothanga mntu thina asizimiselanga ugxotha mntu. Ngaba bathi bakuzimele geqeke mabazosiphendula ukuthi sizawusebenza kanjani kulento ke basifake kuyo. Idyubhyoyishi ke engazucaciswa mntu le into enzima ke le esikuyo inzima kakhulu. Isifake engxakini singumbutho jikelele into ekufuneka siyilungisileleyo. So xa sikhumbula uHuru siyombeka pha edinukaneni umcimbi lokufuneka siuphononongo siucinge. Ezi zinto akufuneka ngasisijampele nje siwele kuzo njengathi sihle emthini. Le alliance yakhiwa kanzima. Ndiyayazi kukho abanye amaqabani ke nabanye abantu abathi bayeke bazawuluza. Maqabani imani kancinci. Masiyibone lento ukuthi sizayiqhuba kanjani sizahamba siphelele phi ningaphela amandla. That's what we are saying to our membership. Don't rush. Stay where you are. And then we apply our mind on this outcome and see where it will take us to. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very last and crisp, and then so that we can release.
Did you hear me? In Xhosa?
SG, just a quick one. We understand the ANC will be holding an NEC meeting over the weekend. Could you please preview what topics of discussion will be on the table of those 2 days?
No, we don't have an NEC meeting this weekend. Okay. We have a special NEC meeting next weekend to focus only on local government. And that meeting will culminate on Monday to a roll call of all councillors in the country, in Johannesburg. And before end of the week, we'll announce the details of that roll call. And the NEC will take place next week. This weekend, we are continuing with interacting with structures on the General Council preparations. This past weekend, we met with all the branches. This coming weekend, we'll meet with the provincial executive committees and all regional executive committees and RTTs across the country in every province to take them through the theoretical essence of the discussion framework of the General Council in December. After that, we'll go to sub-regions. From sub-regions, we'll go to zones. We are strengthening and refurbishing the ANC, but arming the members with the necessary theory and understanding of where we are and what needs to be done going forward in terms of our strategy and tactics. That's what we're going to do this weekend. We continue with that work. And then the NEC will take place next week and the roll call. Thank you very much.
Roll call. If you could just unpack what the roll call is. I don't think.
Oh, the roll call is the calling of members to the center. All councillors. They transport themselves to Johannesburg in a central place. No support financially, nothing. So they are expected to report one by one. We have written to them, we have sent them messages, we remind them. Only death can stop you from attending. if there is bereavement or anything of that sort. But everyone is expected to report next week on the 15th in Johannesburg. So we expect, we have received overwhelming response from our councillors that we are coming to the roll call. But the roll call is going to tell them what's going to happen in their councils, municipality by municipality, what's going to happen. This is not a talk shop, it's marching orders. The NEC will have deliberated and they will have taken decisions. Headquarters, working with the provinces, will oversee the implementation of what needs to be done. Talk is over now. What is important is for us to do what it needs to be done to serve our people. So that is what the roll call is all about next week on Monday.
Thank you very much, SG.